So this video has been clipped from a larger job. We did a head gasket replacement and the valve cover gasket was part of that. You'll see me in one spot use a pry bar to move the engine. You won't have to do that on this repair. So let's get started. All right, doing good. Let's pull off our airbox. We have our hose clamp here. It's a flathead or an 8mm. Got our connector here. This red tab goes up and then just pinch, pull it off, pull off our clips, and then this can come off. We have our cam position sensor connector. It has a security tab, just this little red tab you push. There we go. Pop it up, and then we can pinch the connector and pull it off. There we go. We take our throttle cable cover off. This clips here, pulls out. We'll undo our throttle cables. There's 1, 2. Just a screwdriver. There's a little tab that we can pull out. There we go. Slide it. Perfect. We have this little tube here we can pop off. It just pop up. There we go. A couple of electrical connectors. They have the little red tab on them. Push the tab back and then pinch. Pull off. This one doesn't have a tab. It's just really hard to push. There we go. We have a little harness retainer here we can pop off. There we go. This connector here. Red tab. Pinch. Pull. It also has a harness retainer. Pop that off. One more retainer in the back. Okay, all those are loose. Perfect. Got this little hose here. Maybe it'll pop off our PCV valve. Now this has a little hose clamp on it, so this hose is already split in the past. Maybe it'll come off. Okay, good. Just tighten this up to keep the clamp on so I don't lose it. There's a 13mm bolt in the back. One more hose over here. It goes to our brake booster. And then you have 5 bolts in the front. That'll get our upper intake off. See if we got everything. All right. Take our ignition coil off. Pull the plug wires. Coil connector just has that red little lock tab. Push that through, pinch, pull off. There we go. 10mm bolts. Pull these wires out. These are all 8mm bolts. There's 2 in the center, and the rest around the perimeter. Nice. There we go. So prepping our valve cover, we want to get a little pick and pop out these spark plug seals. Should come right out pretty easy. We should have new ones in our new gasket set. We'll put those in, just push them down all the way. Nice. Then we'll put our gasket in for the cover. Let me see, it should have an up and a down. Here it goes like this. You just have to look for the shape of it. One clue is this little dip here, followed by a little arch around that bolt hole. The front doesn't have that. The front just has a dip. Just make sure it all fits in. You kind of feel it snap almost, like the rubber gives you a tactile feel once it's in. All right, perfect. Now there are a couple spots on the head we want to put a little RTV. So on our valve cover, we're going to take a little bit of brake clean. Anywhere there's a sharp corner, we're going to make sure we got that nice and clean. Which is a little bit of dab right here as well on this. And then same here all along, and then these sharp corners. So that's gonna be the mating surface for our RTV. Okay, we'll set this aside. Now our head surface, we just want it nice and clean, grit free. All right, nice. Okay, time for our RTV. Right here on this cap, there's a crease and a crease, or a little corner on each. We just want a little dab of RTV. Doesn't take a lot. Same on this other side. Just where the gasket's going. Then we have a little cap here. We just want to get both of those seams on either side of that cap. Then same thing here up front, just on this corner. A little RTV. Use your finger if you got to get it in the right spot. And then back here as well, just on that corner. We have a little bit of time before that dries. We can pop off our old grommets on each of our bolts. We should have a set of all new grommets in our kit. We'll just slide that over, just like that. Okay. Turn this over, slide it on, there, just like that. Drop these in. All right, we'll snug these down. And these are 105 inch-pounds. We can put on our cam position sensor. Now it does have a new O-ring in the kit, so we'll go ahead and put that on. Take this old one out with a pick. Hopefully it'll just pop out. So it took a bit with the pick, but we ended up getting it out. So let's toss in this blue one. Snug this up. I don't know the torque spec on this, but just use your judgment. Okay, I think some of this is for our throttle body and stuff. Now one of these does go, let me see real quick. Oh, there we go. So this is for our cam position sensor. Get that plugged in. There should be a couple grommet holes that fits in, and then this back here slides into this little lip. There we go. We can put on our ignition coil. We do have spark plugs. Pop these out. Throw a little anti-seize on the threads. Now anti-seize is optional. If you do use it, just try not to get it on any of the ceramic or anything in that direction. Just on the threads. We'll hand thread them in. These are 13 foot-pounds. Click, click. Put our wires on. And these wires look like they're all the same size. Put a little silicone paste or dielectric grease on the tips of them. It acts as a lubricant for the boot, so it can come off easier in the future. We'll do that to this other end as well. So we'll put it in until it snaps. Cylinder number 1 goes in this corner. Now this ignition coil is numbered 1, 2, 3, 4. If yours is not, then cylinder 1 goes on this top one. Cylinder 2 goes on this one right next to it. Cylinder 3 goes on this front one. And then cylinder 4 goes on this last one. There we go, until they all click. Perfect. Now we'll throw our upper manifold on. All right, just like everything else, we want to pop the old seals out, put in the new ones. So that's what we did here. We already got our other surface cleaned off, so we're good to go. And we can lay this down. Now these are 105 inch-pounds. Then we have our upper support bracket bolt in the back. Line it all up. We got this here, and we got this other thing over here. Get our little connector holders, there we go. Okay, that's pretty much it. All right, that's the repair. Hopefully there's enough information in this video for you to get this job done. Pulling off the manifold may seem a little daunting, but all in all, it is not too bad. You got this. While you're in there, if you want, spark plugs would be a good idea. Spark plug wires, and if you feel like it, maybe even a new ignition coil, since you're already in there and already have everything taken apart. But those are optional. Thanks for watching. If you have any questions, comments, post down below. Like, subscribe. See you on the next one.